to welcome you all to the second event of the RBC Mentorship Scheme. Let me thank His Excellency, Dr. Yonjinga, and the entire embassy staff for their kindness in having us here over and over again. His Excellency Paul Brumwell for joining us, thank you for your time. Jonathan Fryer also, thank you for joining us. Dorian Brana, thank you for hosting us as well. And also we got, together with us, we got the NUS, represented by Daniela, International Officer. Thank you for joining us. As an architect by profession, I am very keen in believing in three things, I would say. And these would be feasibility, diligence, and good design. By reaching the second edition, and hopefully many to come afterwards, I think we've shown that it is feasible. It can be done to get together a group of students and bring them in front of the representatives of the professionals, the Romanian professionals in the UK. In terms of diligence, you'll have the mentors, the professionals I was talking about earlier. You'll have them as an example of diligence for the future. And with regards to good design, this is where I would mention that it's in your hands and it's up to you to build yourselves a good career, but perhaps we can help a little bit with providing the right mentorship.
Thank you all for coming here on a Saturday when most people prefer a football match, a beer to a pub, or a visit to the countryside. I believe we have made the right choice, and it is not necessarily because of my speech. The organizers, to whom I want to thank for the initiative of this mentorship scheme, Ana Becheru and Ella O'Neill, have discreetly sent me the message to be brief. Well, jokes aside, it would not be possible to tackle such a generous topic in the 10 minutes I was given. And therefore I try to focus my speech on the role of diplomats in shaping the future of Europe.
Bună ziua tuturor! Aș dori să mulțumesc Excelența Dr. Yonjinga, ambasadorul României din Marea Britanie și Irlanda de Nord, Dorian Branca, directorul Institutului Cultural Român la Londra, Bogdan Patrinice, președinte Romanian Business Club UK, și Ana Becheru, președinte Romanian Union of Students in the UK, pentru această invitație la evenimentul Speed Networking, cu scopul crearea unei platforme de schimburi de cariere între profesioniștii români care lucrează aici în Marea Britanie și studenții români. That was my first speech in Romania.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. Before I came here and left home this morning, I was glued to my computer watching the live streaming from Kiev. Perhaps some of you will have heard before you left, the President has fled, people have occupied his residence, and there's a moment happening in Ukraine, which for those of us who watched what happened in Romania in 1989 has great resonance, though whether we can be confident of the outcome is yet to be seen. Now, it was very interesting over the last few months to see all those tens of thousands of people in Independence Square in Kiev and in some other cities too, demonstrating despite the bitterly cold weather and difficult conditions and indeed in recent days, violent repression from the security services and indeed under sniper fire.
You might not know this, but you're actually gaining skills just from being in this country, from interacting in an environment that's outside of your own. And in that's not just the skill of understanding a Romani or Yorkshire accent. It's wider than that. Though that is definitely a skill. You have what is known as global competencies. Skills you gain, such as knowledge and awareness. You're able to think in new styles, gather information about unfamiliar cultures, synergize different ideas together. You're able to communicate with different cultures better and develop better relationships with new people. And actually, Warwick developed something called the intercultural framework, and it's a great tool for self-reflection about learning about some of the things that you might be experiencing, the skills that you might gain. Now, on to kind of more intangible benefits of friendships. So the same research, the biz research that I pointed to in the beginning, they surveyed students who had gone back home, back to their home countries about their experience in the UK. And when they asked students, well, what do you remember about university life? What was the one thing that stood out? None of them actually mentioned the academic experience. I think back then the degree had they completely forgotten about it. It was the wider experience. It was all the soft, the social benefits of new friendships developed while they've been in the UK, both from fellow students in the UK, but from students from elsewhere.
Being, in a way, obliged to deal with the media, we have here a most distinguished British journalist working with the BBC. So, Paul Kenyon, he knows how difficult it is to deal with journalists when you are on the other side of the barricade. So, being in a position to have to deal with journalists for such a long period of time, in a way, you have to become a kind of actor. So, thank you very much indeed. Everything I have done and everything I will do from now on is for serving my people and my country. Thank you.
The second Oscar would be going to Bogdan Pacinica for those.
I'll try to be brief. In my case, it is the last